Shall I start? COVID has got two phases. The first phase, which lasts around 5 to 8 days, is when the virus is multiplying, and in the next phase there is an immune reaction which causes the lungs to get inflamed. Now during the first 8 days, it is important that we improve the lung function to prepare for the inflammation that occurs in the lung from the 8th or 9th day onwards. Typically day 9, 10 and 11 are the dangerous days when the lung can get acutely inflamed and saturations drop. For this, it is important to build up respiratory reserve to be able to cope up with the fall in saturation and to be able to tolerate the stress which occurs. The first thing that we have to learn is how to huff. Huffing is by a forceful expiration of air without closing the voice box or the glottis. It is done like this. You will notice that as you keep doing, some secretions will enter into the trachea, that is the windpipe, and it will force you to cough. This will help in clearing out the secretion. This has to be practiced every day, and huffing is a way of clearing secretion. The second thing that one must note is to cough. Now a cough has to be a good violent cough. It should not be voice produced at the mouth, but it should be down in the throat. Effective cough should be able to get out any accumulated sputum. The third thing that we must know to do is proning. When you are asked to prone, you should be able to sleep on your stomach. This is proning. So if instructed, you have to prone, and you may have to sleep for nearly 16 hours a day if your lungs are inflamed. So you can sleep like this, or if you want, you can keep conveniently a pillow like this and you can sleep. You can adjust sometimes like this temporarily if you are uncomfortable, and the other way like this. This will help to improve the saturation if it is falling. If you are in a situation where your saturation is falling, you must immediately prone to help the saturation pick up. The next thing that you have to do is pursed-lipped breathing. It is like making your face like a Hanumanta and blowing out loudly. Doing this will raise the saturation by giving some amount of positive pressure when you are during expiration, that is when releasing air out. Combination of proning and pursed-lipped breathing can help you maintain your saturation when it has fallen, while people are trying to arrange for bed and oxygen bed. The third exercise that people should also be able to do is knee elbow position. You must be able to exercise by putting your in a namaskara position with the head down, bottom up, and then you have to sit like this and huff. And bring it up. Any sputum that is there in your mouth. All these exercises can help you improve your lung reserve. The other thing that you have to do is incentive spirometry. This is an incentive spirometer which is having 3 balls. You must take the thing in your mouth, fix it properly, and suck. During the preparation days, from day 1 to 8, you should do 50 times a day, at least 4 to 6 times a day. If you cannot do all 3 balls, you must try to keep increasing till you can reach all 3 balls. This is vital because once you get lung inflammation, your effort may decrease. So if you are only able to do 1 ball, you will hardly be able to have any reserve. This is a measure of how much reserve you have in your lung. The other thing that will be asked for you is a 6-minute walk test. This is a pulse oximeter. The pulse oximeter is to be put on your finger, and you have to put the trace on. The machine will start, and then you will find 2 readings. You will see a bar oscillating. That is the pulse. You will also see, in some of them you can change the settings like this. Now you can see here, I am changing the settings, and you should always see to it that you get a waveform. Can you see there is a bad waveform now? And I will now show a good waveform. See, if I bring my finger, it says finger out. This is the pulse oximeter reading. This is the heart rate. You can see that. It is valid only if the sawtooth waveform is good. In some there will be a bar seen, and in some you can see the waveform which I am showing is showing a good sawtooth waveform. That is, the reading is valid. It is now showing 97% saturation, 98 saturation, and 88 heart rate. Okay, now in some the bar will be there, and you should have a good oscillation of the bar. Now the 6-minute walk test is that you have to walk. When you take the timer in your watch, or somebody should record it, and then you have to walk continuously like this, as brisk as possible, for a period of 6 minutes. As soon as you do that, start taking deep breaths after 6 minutes and record the saturation. Your doctor will ask you to record this, and in the first few days you have to practice by doing it 3 to 4 times a day, and on day 9, 10 and 11 you must do it every 2 hours when you are awake. We would like you during the danger period to record the saturation with a 6-minute walk every 2 hourly when awake, and also practice your physiotherapy during that time. If the saturation drops below 94% in the 6-minute walk, you must immediately call your doctor, because he may have to give you life-saving drugs to be able to prevent you from having your saturation falling further, and to buy time to be able to get admission to a hospital if required. So all these things, exercises are required to improve your respiratory reserve, and hopefully you will never have to actually be admitted to a hospital. And if you by chance are admitted in the hospital, I would suggest that you people all continue to do these exercises even if you are receiving oxygen, to be able to keep your lungs as clean as possible and to maintain your respiratory reserve. Thank you.